Hello everyone, welcome. This is following up on the introduction to With You With Me's Security Plus exam test preparation course, where to get the material. So that's going to be books, videos. All right, I'm going to pull up some websites on the side here. And let's do, first of all, CompTIA. All right, so we have the PDF from CompTIA that tells you about the domains and the material that's going to be asked on the exam, the scope of the exam. So that's a download. Put that in your Security Plus folder on your computer. We're going to refer to this a good bit, and you should probably pull it up once in a while too. Let's see. Make sure you've got the right one, the 501 series. There may still be some 401 stuff left up on the net. 601 hasn't come out yet. That's going to be this fall or next spring, so 501. Maximum questions are 90. Not all of them are going to be graded. One or more might be test questions for the next version of the exam. So CompTIA is checking it out to see how it works and how it affects the grades. Length of test 90 minutes. If you go to a testing center, they'll tell you 2 hours because it takes a while to log in and take the practice exams or take the practice questions. Passing score 750 on a scale of 100 to 900. Here's your 6 domains. Notice that the second domain is the biggest at 22% of the material. Domain 6 is the smallest at 12%. This is domain 1, threats, attacks, and vulnerabilities. Take note that there's 6 subdomains within domain 1, right? And what I'm thinking about doing if we do a weekly video broadcast is just picking one of the 6 domains every week, and within that picking only one subdomain to focus on, acting more as a facilitator. Here's domain 2 with its subdomains. Anyway, it would behoove you to get a hold of this PDF and refer to it once in a while. And for completeness, we'll go through all 6.4. Here we are. Down at the bottom, acronyms. So if you keep seeing ACL on the preparation material, it doesn't stand for anterior, it's not the sports term. Access control list. So this is kind of nice. Got the acronyms all in one area. Let's talk about some books. I redid the 501 series in 2018, so I went to a boot camp. I got some veterans funding and went to that in person. So, big manual for the book, little one for the labs, and we each had our own computer. But we were also given a slightly more formal book. And the interesting thing about this is Daryl Gibson's. It's got 300 questions, and you can get to those online. So they're considered test banks. They're banks of questions. And the way that CompTIA works, it's memorize a stack of material and produce it for the exam. They're trying performance-based questions, but that's a small part of the exam right now. It'll be the first 4 or 5 questions when you start up. And we'll talk more about taking the test later. But a lot of it's going to be the material that you get from books or videos. And you need to produce it on demand, which means take some practice exams. I like the Cybex books down here in the little bitty window at the bottom of your screen. Black, gray, and red. And what I like about Cybex, this happens to be pen test, but I have the test bank for this one. So Cybex a lot of times would have Security Plus and a test bank of Security Plus. I don't have that copy, but I can show it to you on Amazon. Okay, so you don't necessarily have to go to the book subsection. I think it'll work irregardless. Daryl Gibson, we talked about this one. He gets a lot of stars. I forget which publisher has the red and the gold. The ones that I have, a lot of times there's a CD or a DVD with it. I prefer to have all the questions online so I could get to them from any computer. I think this is a anti-piracy measure. Here's the Cybex that we talked about. There's Exam Cram, which is a somewhat smaller form of book if you already basically know the material and you just want to review quickly. Here's Mike Myers. I think that's the crazy guy on the internet with the many hats. We'll see about that. But anyway, there's a lot of different authors. I would go with the Cybex if you made me pick just one, because I like the fact you get a test bank with it. All right, so that's some of the books. Let's look at some of the videos. Okay, YouTube. Professor Messer. I don't know that he put a book out. I'd have to look that up. But he has a whole video series. If you pull it up a certain way, it'll have all the videos linked together and you can go right from one to the next one. Yeah. So he does the big three: A plus, Network plus, Security plus. Mike Myers does that too. Okay, so Professor Messer's free. He's got a killer microphone. Mike Myers, if you have trouble staying awake, this guy will keep your attention. If happy people make you crazy, go back to maybe a Mike Chappell, or who was the other one that we just saw just a second ago? Yeah, Professor Messer. They're a bit more serious. All right, so you can get some free videos. There's paid for videos, and you can get to those on LinkedIn through LinkedIn Learning. Mike Chappell, he's the more serious one. For every video that you do, you'll get a little piece of paper that says you spent, 3.5 hours, 5 hours, whatever it is on that. And I don't know how practical these are, but yeah, you get a piece of paper that says that you went through the course. Same thing with Udemy. Certificates of completion you can download and print, keep track. The big deal is just, what do I have beside me? Network Plus right now. The big deal, of course, is the certification from CompTIA. The other stuff is just, I don't know. Maybe it helps motivate you to print out something and say, hey, I did domain 1. Now I've got domain 2. At least it did for me. Okay, there's that. Pluralsight, I think they're a little bit cleaner. And I was going to bring up that whether it's LinkedIn Learning, Pluralsight, Udemy, a lot of times you can find a way to get this free if you're a veteran. So in the US, I don't know about Australia, in the US, you use id.me to log in. College, I'm going to Western Governors University and I get a free subscription to LinkedIn Premium while I'm a student there. So see if you can get it as a veteran's benefit or as a student's benefit, regardless of the country. Look into that, see if somebody else can pay for it. If not, see if I have Udemy handy. They'll list that it's $100 or $200 and then take 90% off. So you should be able to get these things for $12, $9.99 on a good day. So less than 15 bucks, right? Sometimes you need to get a code. You can find a code on different places. Some of these authors, like for instance, Mike Myers on his website, or Professor Messer might give a code to a course, right? So you go through their website and you get another $3 off. All right, just make sure that it's the 501 series. So there's a lot of good information, both books and videos. And if you have a particular question, if you're looking at your CompTIA PDF, and there's a specific topic like symmetrical encryption, just type it in YouTube, symmetrical encryption. Try and find a short video, maybe 6 minutes, that just gives you the gist of it, and that might be enough to pass it on the exam. You can go to the SANS website, any well-known professional website, and look up supplementary material as well. So that's like a one-off thing. You have a question, you don't actually have to take a full course to get 1 or 2 questions answered. There might be a short YouTube video, or someone's website might be able to answer that for you. Okay, so let's see. We covered where to get books, where to get videos, where to get the PDF. I think that's it. So you can hit me up on my email. That's on several of the other videos, and ask any questions. It's brett.long@withyouwithme.com, spelled out, 2 T's in Brett. Okay, thanks for watching. Good luck finding some cheap resources so you don't have to spend a lot.